What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, and stimulus check update. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. Remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you up to date here. Also, thanks for hitting the like button for us down below. We have new $500 and $1,000 stimulus checks here that have been announced. We'll be going over that in this video, who they're announced for and whether or not you will be getting them. We've got a lot of these. They're literally coming out here almost on a daily and weekly basis. So if you've been watching my channel here, hopefully they're going to just keep coming out here more and more here on a state-by-state basis and hopefully on a federal basis here as well. And we have breaking news here also from Ukraine that Russian President Vladimir Putin survived an assassination attempt 2 months ago. We're just getting word of this here today that Russian President Vladimir Putin survived an assassination attempt. Yeah, so, and apparently multiple times this was attempted. They tried to take his life here. Check this out. The head of Ukraine's defense intelligence claimed that Russian President Vladimir Putin survived an assassination attempt 2 months ago. Speaking to the Ukrainian news outlet Pravda Ukraine, Major General Krylo Budanov said there was an, quote, unsuccessful attempt against the Kremlin leader's life at the start of Russia's invasion against Ukraine. But they said, quote, Putin was assassinated. That didn't happen, but this is what they had said at first, saying, quote, he was even attacked in the line of, as they say, representatives of the caucus not so long ago. This is non-public information. Absolutely unsuccessful attempt, but it really took place. It was about 2 months ago. Yeah. They said in the full interview with the intelligence chief that this would air on Tuesday. Also, in an interview for the 2017 documentary series, The Putin Interviews, it was said that the Kremlin leaders had escaped at least 5 assassination attempts in his own country. So, apparently, there's a lot of people who are not too happy with him. This kind of reminds me of that movie we've seen with Hitler with Tom Cruise. What was that? The Wolf's Den? Valkyrie? Let me know if you've seen that movie. Very interesting movie with where same kind of thing happened. They tried to assassinate Hitler multiple different times. Very good movie. Let me know if you've seen that movie. Yeah, kind of the same situation where Hitler's trying to take over multiple countries. Remember, he's and Putin taking over Crimea, trying to take over Ukraine. They've already spilled the beans multiple times that they want to take over Moldova as well. And Putin has no plans to stop at this point, at least. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts here. They also said earlier this month, and they told Sky News, that they were optimistic about Russia's defeat, suggesting that they would lose, that the loss would lead to Putin's removal from power by the end of this year, saying, quote, it will eventually lead to the change of leadership of the Russian Federation. This process has already been launched. When asked if the coup was underway, he told Sky News, yes, they are moving in this way and it is impossible to stop it. Sky News noted that Budanov's earlier prediction that Russia would invade this year at a time when others were skeptical had been correct. He says, quote, the breaking point will be in the second part of August. Most of the active combat actions will have finished by the end of this year. As a result, we will renew Ukrainian power in all of our territories that we have lost, including Donbass and the Crimea. Also, Ukrainian President Zelensky says that Russia has blocked Ukraine from exporting 22 million tons of food products. And this is part of the reason why the entire world and the United States are seeing all-time food prices, the all-time food high prices. So the United States and the rest of the world are all seeing all-time highs of food prices. So everywhere in the world, the prices of food are at all-time highs in the U.S. and across the entire world as well. The war is part of that reason. So yeah, it's sad. Yeah, President Zelensky said Saturday that Russia has blocked the embattled country from exporting 22 million tons of food products. 22 million tons. Think about how much food that is. Remember, a ton is 2,000 pounds. That's 22 million tons. I can't even imagine how much food that is. Zelensky said that the worldwide energy crisis would be followed by a food crisis if other countries do not aid Ukraine in unblocking its ports and resuming exports. Food prices are already skyrocketing around the world, causing some countries to ban exports of key agricultural commodities, as other countries are now starting to hoard their own commodities, fearing food shortages that are already starting. In the US, the annual index of consumer food prices shot up by 9.4% in April, reaching a 40-year high. Quote, there will be a crisis in the world, the second crisis after the energy crisis, which was provoked by Russia. Now it will create a food crisis if we do not unblock the routes for Ukraine. We do not help the countries of Africa, Europe, and Asia, which need these food products. And remember, this will raise the price of food everywhere in the world, including the US, because all this stuff is, food is just like gas, priced globally. Saying, quote, Russia has blocked almost all ports and all, so to speak, maritime opportunities to export food, our grain, barley, sunflower, and more. So you can unblock them in different ways. One of our ways is military solution. That is why we turn to our partners with inquiries regarding the relevant weapons. Yeah, let me know your thoughts here. It's just another way that this war continues to hurt Americans and people around the entire world here, as gas prices, food prices, and inflation are high everywhere around the world and show no signs of stopping. Maybe easing a little bit, maybe, but the longer this war goes on, it's just going to continue to stay at elevated levels for a long time. So yeah, the sooner we can get this war to end, the better. But Putin shows no signs of stopping. So let me know your thoughts here. Meanwhile, we continue to see more and more states passing stimulus checks, hazard pay checks, tax rebate checks, whatever kind of checks you want to call them, right? And I got a couple more states here to call to update you guys on. Trying to update you guys here on a daily basis. Don't miss any episodes. That's why I said subscribe down below, click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. Literally almost on a daily or weekly basis here. States are flush with cash, guys. States are flush with cash. And really the federal government, Biden says that they're going to be able to have a $1.5 trillion surplus now. Yeah, so here's the most recent article just to come out here. COVID relief payments. Massachusetts will send out $500 payments, checks, to 330,000 residents, aka essential workers, next month. Yeah, so that's a lot of people. Check this out. Some 330,000 Massachusetts residents should expect to receive $500 payments in June. The Baker administration said on Thursday as it announced the second round of its Pandemic Essential Employee Premium Pay Program. Say that one 10 times fast, right? It amounts to $165 million funded through federal pandemic relief dollars. So this would be money from the last stimulus check program, the last stimulus package program that came from the American Rescue Plan. So money that went to each state. Again, each state's kind of deciding how to spend the money, and each state's spending it differently. The state of Massachusetts has decided to spend a portion of it, $165 million, giving it back to their people. In this case, $500 checks will be mailed automatically to eligible Bay Staters. Bay Staters. I don't know if I've ever heard Massachusettsers. That's probably not the right word there. Called Bay Staters, but yeah, that's a pretty cool one. The first round of the program in March distributed $500 checks to 480,000 people. Officials said people who received those payments are not eligible for this latest stimulus funding. But now this is going to be another 330,000 people. So let me see here. That's like 300,000 plus 500,000. So that's a little bit over 800,000 people. So yeah, pretty cool here. So this is going to be new people receiving this round of 500,000 or 500,000, $500 checks. It'd be nice if they were $500,000 checks, right? Also not eligible are those who received unemployment benefits in 2021 or virus-linked payments from Massachusetts state government or their employer. The Baker administration will gauge eligibility for the program second based on 2021 tax returns. The criteria encompassed individuals who earned at least $13,500 with their total income at or below 300% of the federal poverty level. This equates to a maximum income threshold of $38,640 for a single filer or $52,260 for a household of two, $65,000 for a household of three, or $79,500 for a household of four, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The payments are not subject to state income tax, but maybe federal income tax, according to the program's website. If you think you might be eligible for this, you can call this phone number, 866-750-9803, weekdays 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pretty cool. You can always pause this video here if you need more information or rewind it. Next up, the state of New Jersey. New Jersey Republicans propose bills to immediately reimburse thousands of dollars in surplus monies to taxpayers. The state of New Jersey, pretty cool. And really, it doesn't matter, Republicans, Democrats. I like to see this. I like to see this. I could care less which party it comes from, right? If you watch my channel, you know that I'm not from either party. Let's just hope the parties get along and pass it. That's all that really matters, right? That's all that really matters, right? Send the money. Let's help out people. Yeah, so you can see here, could New Jerseyans, I love how each state has their own, like, Ohioans, New Jerseyans, Californians, Massachusettsians. Yeah, I know, I'm just making things up here. But could New Jerseyans be getting a tax rebate? The Republican members of the Senate Budget and Appropriation Committees, that's for the state, are calling on Governor Phil Murphy to commit to expanding tax relief. And I believe this is one of those states where I say, Governor Phil Murphy will never send money. Well, here's your state, guys. Here's your state. Because I see the comments, right? I always say that, or I always see the, the states that people say our state will never send the money, right? Well, here we go. I've been telling you guys, state by state, they're all coming down the pipeline, and really, a lot of these states have so much money that they're going to be able to send more than one check. Let's be honest here; they're not running out of money just from these one-time checks, guys. An update from State Treasurer Elizabeth Muriel showed a total of more than $9 billion of overtax collections in the current year. It really this the way they word that's just kind of weird. It's really not overtax collections. It's just that the states are making they're making more money now than ever. Uh, Whether they want to call it overtax collection or whatever, that's just kind of a weird way to say it because it makes it seem like the states are like, I don't know. It makes it seem weird, like the states are doing something they're not supposed to, but they're not. Okay, it's just that the states are taking in more money now than normal. And again, I have no affiliation to New Jersey or anything. It's not like I'm sticking up for them. But all these states are taking in more money now than normal. Okay, and it's good that they're deciding to give some money back instead of just keeping it, right? Or at least some of them. And almost $7.8 billion more in revenue available for the upcoming budget than projected just 2 months ago. Like I said, really, all these states and the federal government, their income is really going up. Really, just recently, you can see here just 2 months ago, you can see how quickly their income's going up. Okay, that's why I was so surprised when I seen President Biden just announce here recently that they're projecting to have a $1.5 trillion surplus just here recently. I was shocked. And that's because you see all these states here saying, just in the last month or two, these states are saying, oh my gosh, we're having hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars in surplus because literally just in the last couple months, what's happening is on the states levels and the federal level, because it's really kind of the same thing. All the states are having it happen, and thereby the same thing's happening for the country. Unemployment has gone down so quickly, and so that means that people are going back to work. Sales taxes ticking up, income taxes ticking up, revenues ticking up, people, filing taxes ticking up. Money is just coming in a lot faster than normal. So states are flush with cash, and thus the federal government flush with cash. They're just taking in more money. So that's why the government says, hey, we're going to actually have an extra $1.5 trillion that they're projecting over the next I can't remember if it was for the fiscal year of 2022 or the next 12 months or something like that. But same thing with states, they're just all taking in a lot more money. So what they're going to all do with it will all be a little bit different. Each state will be a little bit different. Some are doing tax cuts, some are doing stimulus checks or tax rebates, some are doing property tax rebates, some are doing a little bit of everything, right? Some are doing gas tax pausing. But the more we see, the better. And what the federal government will do with it, I'll keep you up to date here on all this stuff, right? But Republican Assemblyman from New Jersey said this is over taxation at its worst. But it's not like they've changed the tax laws. It's just that they're taking in. It's not like in the last 2 months they've changed the tax laws. The tax laws have been the same. But the government took nearly $9 billion more from their residents. But again, I've explained this. All the states are taking in more money here. So we have school districts losing millions in state aids, property taxes through the roof, and inflation making everything unaffordable. New Jersey has $9 billion to help solve these issues that people are facing. Yeah, so give some money back now that they're taking in more money. But get this, Republicans have proposed tax rebates that would return $1,500 of over collections, the surplus money they have, to New Jersey families as an added income tax refund. $1,500 to be returned immediately. The rebate would be sent automatically to every income tax filer without the need for applications. $1,500, guys. Now, whether that's per person, I would think that would be per person. It would be per tax filer. So theoretically, again, we have to see how it all goes down, if it gets passed and stuff. You know, there could be $3,000 per married couple here, or you know, based on what I've seen out of other bills. I don't know. It could be $1,500 total per family. Could be per filer. We'll have to see. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, guys. That would be the second highest bill passed besides Alaska. Now the Pennsylvania one has a $2,000 one, but they're still trying to pass that as well. The second bill, called the Gas Price and Inflation Credit Act, would provide another $500 tax rebate to provide families an additional relief to counter record high gas prices and the highest inflation in 4 decades. So another $500. So that would be a total of $2,000. Whether or not this is per person or per family, we will have to see. Remember, they're going to have to pass this. We're going to have to pass this. So I will keep you up to date on this. They plan to distribute $900 million and $1.8 million to homeowners as well through the property tax relief program. Those making up to $250,000 per year would be eligible to receive an average $700 rebate in fiscal year 2023 to offset property tax costs. This would be in addition, lowering the average property tax cost back to 2016 levels for many households that were previously ineligible for property tax relief. Also, renters making up to $100,000 per year are eligible for a rebate of up to $250 to help defray the cost of rent increases due to property taxes. Republicans say waiting until next year to refund the money is too late. Well, good for Republicans here. In this case, they're doing a really good job, I think. I wish that we seen more states like this and more on the federal level of Republicans and Democrats, or in this case, Republicans, stepping up for their people. So in this case, for the state of New Jersey, we're looking at a $1,500 check, another $500 check, which is $2,000. And if you're a homeowner, a potential other $700 check for property tax rebate, or if you're a renter, another $250 check. So $2,000 plus another $250 to $700, depending on whether you're a homeowner or renter. So New Jersey could have a really big check coming here soon because they have billions of dollars of extra money. And I will keep you up to date here. Like I said, a lot of states, one by one, yeah, they have a lot of money. So, and really, it's not really, I really don't think it's it's election time thing. I mean, maybe it's, but realistically, it's just because all these states are taking in more money right now. And, you know, even Republicans, Democrats, they're all kind of saying the same thing. They're like, well, look, we have billions of dollars and we're taking in more money now than ever. We really got to give some of this money back, especially because inflation is so high right now. So we've over collected tax surplus money, and it's kind of the right thing to do. You know, sometimes you get states saying, "Well, we should keep the money for rainy day," but when they kind of look at how much money they have, they realize we have a rainy day fund kind of set and ready to go. So let me know your thoughts here. I actually have some more here for the next video or two, more states that I'll cover here as well. So yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people getting a lot of checks. A lot of states have already passed checks, and I'll keep you up to date here. I'll link you to a video here with a lot of other states that I covered here as well. So make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. It's completely free to do so. Just click the subscribe button and then click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live with new videos, which is every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on any videos here I will keep you up to date here with everything that you need to know about. You can click here to watch my newest video on stimulus checks here, and you can click here to see my video on Social Security raises. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.